Oh yeah, now my people, it's your guy, the Niger Englishman, and we are back here, Tunnel TV settings, and yes, we are late. We have to keep to African tradition and be a little bit late. It just happens sometimes. You have to allow it. You have to. Let me do the housekeeping, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And Spec says it's terrible. Well, I'm turning up late or not turning up at all. Which one's worse? Okay, we won't go into that. So we will not go into that just yet. I don't want to call anybody out yet. But it's your pre-game show. And obviously, I can't do this on my own. I've got my brothers back. I think everyone on the panel so far has been on the channel before. We got a few latecomers as well who are later than me. But we move, man. First of all, coming back to the show, after a successful prediction from his last result on the channel, we got man like Jerry James in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm calm, man. I'm comfy. It's freezing. It's freezing in the UK today, but I'm at home now. We're chilling. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, let's get into it, man.
My brother, you like it's cold. I don't even know what that means, man. You and Ibrahim, and those cold. Ibrahim's probably a little bit colder than you right now. Actually, I don't know what the temperature is like in Canada, but we're international up here, guys. We have people from Yankee, we have Canada, we have UK, we have Niger. We are everywhere, worldwide. Tunnel TV. Also, this guy, I think, is his second time on Tunnel TV. We've done a few streams on other channels and also One Touch TV, but returning to the Tunnel TV familia, we got man like Specs in the building. How you doing, Specs?
Big up, man. No, I think I've been on about at least 3 or 4 times, my brother. But
on Tunnel?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'll get mixed up, boy. Bro, no, I think this is my second time. Yeah, you're right. Right, but I can't keep up with all these streams, my brother.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy right now.
A lot of work going on, but I'm good, bro. Like, get me. Got Man United on the weekend. Anyway, we'll get into that anyway. So
yeah, don't worry. And we got a debutant in the building, making his Tunnel TV debut. And guys, I'm going to warn you about this guy. He's one of my favorite Tottenham supporters, which is rare that I have a favorite Tottenham supporter. But don't let him hypnotize you. Do not let him do it. He done it to me on a stream once, and I'm not gonna have it tonight. But welcome for your Tunnel TV debut. We got man like Will in the building. How you doing, Will?
I'm doing good. Sorry I'm running a little bit late today, but middle of the workday over here, so I had an unexpected phone call that I had to take. But great to be here, guys. Happy to be here and look forward to the show.
Awesome, bro. We're late anyway, so we're keeping it on African time. So you're okay, man. You're not late. You're early, if anything. But also, this guy, I mean, he's had a bit of an interesting few days. He was doing a backflip and a knee slide in his front room, celebrating the Garnacho incredible goal. And he thought maybe we could pull off a shock in Turkey, maybe. But obviously, he found out it's not everyone that can beat Galatasaray away. You know what I'm saying? Returning to the show after a couple of weeks out, we got man like Ibrahim representing Manchester United in the building. How you doing, my bro?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Did that sound like a response from someone who's all right?
What were you expecting to hear?
I don't know, a bit more enthusiasm. You just sounded like your energy was killed or something. I don't know.
Nah, I'm chilled, man. I'm chilled.
You sure?
100%.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for showing up. And I guess you got an answer for your crimes in some way, because your game is one of the feature games for today's show. But also, this guy needs no introduction. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tunnel TV, Mr. Go Ball, Kanebi. How you doing now? Why are you trying to act all calm and cool and chill, bro? This is not Kanebi, by the way. Nah, imitator. What's good, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm chilled, man. It's a lovely day. Friday, TGIF. Can't complain.
Top of the league, top of the Champions League group, all them things, but nothing to really worry about right now, Abby.
Yeah, my blood pressure is calm, I'm good. I'm good.
We can't say the same for a few others. But guys, I think there's only one place to start. St. James's Park. Newcastle versus Manchester United. It looked like the panel is like designed that way, where Specs is on the left and Ibrahim is on the right. So Who should we start with? Let's start with Specs. Specs.
What are you telling me?
Geordie Dredd.
What's up, my G?
Are you nervous now, bro? You look like you're nervous, bro. Look up, man.
I'm relaxed, bro.
I'm talking about Ibrahim, not you, bro. I'm not talking about Ibrahim.
Bye. Ibrahim was a bit quiet there, boy. No, if you look, man, after what I saw against Galatasaray, not in terms of the actual main night's performance, because I think the performances have been getting better, and we can't shy away from that. But I just hope and pray that Ten Hag remains wrong to be right and just sticks with Onana in goal. And I'm good to go. And also, I just feel our midfield.
What's his name?
Onana.
Sorry, continue.
Stop it, my guy. So Onana sticks in goal because his confidence is gone. It's always been gone, but it's gone. And just our midfield alone, even with all the injuries, Lewis Miley in there, I feel our midfield will be too much for Manchester United's midfield. He can hype about Maino, but on the strength side, it looks a bit weak. So we're at home at St. James's. So to be honest, I'm confident. We're not losing anyway. Put it that way. I don't think we're losing. I don't know what your fellow brother there thinks or how he feels at this moment in time, but there's not much more to say. I think we get a 3-1, if anything, but a 3-0 win is possible as well. I'm confident. As my man frozen?
Yeah, I think he's frozen.
Guy, brother. How you gonna?
I was like, he didn't look very happy with what he said.
He's not only frozen, he's gone missing, bruv. This is jokes. Man, this is your show, my brother. This shit's live.
The pilot left the cockpit, man.
This is a joke.
Let's go.
So let's go anyway. But yeah, I said what I said anyway. But go on, brother.
Yeah. So basically, Ibrahim, what are your thoughts on the game, though? Are you feeling confident going into this game? Like, it's Newcastle away. People hardly win at Newcastle. And, but funny enough, the funny thing is Manchester United are actually good in the Premier League in the last 5 games and the last 6 games compared to the Champions League. It's a Jekyll and Hyde thing if you look at Manchester United right
now. This is one of the few times that I've been very, very objective and honest, right? I'm not confident going into that game, right? And it's obvious. I think it's a very wrong time to be playing Newcastle. I would have preferred if we had a lower hanging fruit, right? Because the truth is that Newcastle are no easy team at the moment. We got one of them last season, won the Carabao Cup. This season, we already lost to them again in the Carabao Cup as well. And they are coming off a bounce of a game that I feel that they should have won, but I didn't care because I had other interest in that game, right? So when I saw the penalty, I was really happy. It's a very wrong time to be playing a team like Newcastle. We still have a lot of injury crisis. There's no balance in the team. We are unable to identify or predict our starting 11, especially in the midfield, because the Dutch guy has chosen to be a laboratory scientist, always experimenting. I'm just hoping that we don't lose that game, to be honest. I'm hoping we don't lose. I don't think there's anything exciting to look forward to, except maybe Maino in the middle. I hope he starts, right? It's a very exciting player. Contrary to what Specs said, I think he has the strength. I think he really has the strength, right? He just needs to get more run of games for him to have his confidence. That's probably the only thing exciting I'm looking forward to. As regards every other player, it's pretty much business as usual. When we went 2-0 up against Galatasaray, I was saying, look, it's not the first time it's happened, man, and I'm still not confident. And most especially, that man we have in goal. That guy is a random day to just say, today I want to break the hearts of every Manchester United fan in the world. I'm hoping that day would not be Saturday. I'm hoping and praying it will not be Saturday. But I'm not even going to lie, man. It feels like we'll be lucky to avoid an embarrassing defeat. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, Manchester United, regardless of what happens, when the referee blows the whistle for the game to start, I always believe that we can win the game. I mean, that's just what it is, man, to be honest.
Whatever you do, just don't make us score first at St. James. I think if we score first,
see, even if you score first, even if Manchester United score first, that's the point. I'm still not confident. Whether we score first or Newcastle score first.
Yeah.
Look, it's happened way too many times, but bro, we got like what 15 goals in the Champions League, and
then conceded 4, and then conceded 4. That's what Spurs can't.
I'm not even going to that part. I'm not. You don't even need to discuss that part. The fact that you have a team that goals in the Champions League and you're still bottom, it tells you where the problem is.
Yeah.
Right. So whether we score first or we don't score, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
Me personally, I think it's going to be a very tough game. But these are the kind of games Manchester United just win. They just nick it from nowhere. When you expect them to not win, they just win. I don't know. There's just something about that club. I don't know what it is. I thought they were going to win against Galatasaray though, because the first 20 minutes they looked like a team that was serious. They were hungry. Garnacho is looking like the golden boy right now, and Bruno played like a captain. But Onana had different plans on the day, so well.
It was on like it's sad because you can sometimes you can say some people have the narrative of you can't blame everything on Onana, but there is times when, especially in that game, I don't like to call out an individual because it's not nice, but you have to call him out fully. Like, to me, Man United should have won that game 3-0. Like, when they were 3-1 up, I genuinely thought, I know the narrative. Like, they always, when they're 2-0 up or 2 up, somehow they always seem to flop. In the Champions League anyway. But for that moment, I said, nah, man. Even Ten Hag got relaxed, started changing plays. I thought the game was over. But the keeper, man, like, I don't know. I don't know if he remains number one. Like, for me, you have to take him out. Take him out of the fireman, man. That's just my opinion.
Who comes in if you take him out? Who comes in? That's the question.
Hell no.
Have we seen him play?
Bruv, you got to try something. Like, it's so bad, you might as well try something. That's the way I see it. Why stick to the same? I don't know, man.
Do you expect a man who's been playing Anthony day in, day out to actually bench Onana? So I mean, obviously for him, performance is not his own ideology, right? He's a very theoretical person, right? I feel like the guy is not pragmatic. He's always working with his own theory. His theory is always in his head, right? He's not looking at the reality of things. Because to be honest, I can name 2-3 players.
You're talking about King Eric. Don't disrespect King Eric, bro.
Whatever, man. I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just being honest.
No, but he's stubborn.
He's theoretical.
But he's stubborn though. Like it's like, I get it, but I don't get it. Because like for me, he's got to say F it, take the L. It happens. You get me? Even Peter Schmeichel, when he first came, he didn't start so great. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes people try and compare, or when De Gea first started, blah blah blah. But as others have said and alluded to, he is experienced. And sometimes I think, is there actually something or some kind of sickness bug going around your club where players go there and then it seems to, because he was at Ajax, he was doing bits, he was at Inter, talked about him being World Player of the Year and all that. And
Nana?
Yeah, who? Nana, yeah. Like, your players in general, they seem like a sickness in your club, bro, where players go there and they seem to go backwards. I don't know. I don't know.
But Ibrahim, wait.
Nana not in that conversation. If you're talking about Jadon Sancho, yes. No, bro. So look at last night, right? I was going through something. Do you know that Onana only played about 66% of the league games for Ajax in his second to the last season? In his last season, he played about 54% of the games. This guy went to Inter Milan. He played less than 65% of the games. So how exactly did you guys arrive at the fact that this guy is the person who can save the day, literally? How the hell did you arrive at the fact this guy was worth 50 million?
That's what I'm saying, hard, bro.
Like, he's not even playing. I don't think he had enough playing time for anybody to say this guy's the real deal.
Bro, your manager is his man. You know his only talent ID is
Obviously.
go and pick my old Ajax players. That's all he knows how to do, bruv. Or go to the Eredivisie. If he'd actually done the thing properly or believed in his team, then maybe he would have found a better solution. And to be honest, the better solution was to keep De Gea for another year, fix your actual game plan, and then have a ball-playing keeper come into a better system, I think.
Now. It looks like a better solution now. But prior to this season,
It was always a better solution.
Yeah, fair enough.
But just to put my 2 cents in though, he's not going to take Onana out because Onana is important for how Ten Hag wants to build up from the back. That's why he brought in Onana. If it's not the amount of saves he was making. It's not the fact he was a world-class shot stopper. It was because of his ability with his feet. Now, of course, he's mucking up in terms of that. But in terms of how they build up and keep in possession, that's why you're going to brought him in. Otherwise, you could have kept De Gea. De Gea made a couple errors, but De Gea is a very good shot stopper. But a lot of the errors were with his feet. Ten Hag doesn't want that, in my opinion. So I think what he's done is say, you know what? He might not be as good of a goalkeeper, but I need my goalkeeper to be this good on the ball for me to play whatever his ideology is. But we know that from the back, it's about obviously playing at the back, retaining possession, and using Onana to kind of break the lines with that pass into the front man. So at times,
I don't agree. I think we'll let David De Gea go because of the errors, not necessarily because he wasn't good with his fit, right? So I asked a question yesterday: how difficult is it to start play from the back with a centre back? How difficult is it? Think about it. But this is my point. This is my point. There's a kind of it's very simple to kind of say, yeah, we play at the back, the keeper goes and he passes it to the centre back and then we play. Yeah, but there's a difference in terms of how Onana does it. It's the timing of when to go and play, the timing of what type of ball to go and play into the midfield. I've seen a couple of times he's played a pass right into Højlund, and he used to do that to Lukaku or Lautaro Martinez, where they're able to go and set the ball and then they play from there. I've seen you guys do that. De Gea wasn't able to go and do that, and a lot of his errors were when he's trying to pass the ball out and he just kicks it into a player and passes it out. I think Erik ten Hag even came out a couple of times when he made those errors with his hands. He's like, he's a keeper. He's going to make those errors. But the errors when he had them with his feet, he just didn't even want to talk about them. Of course, you're getting rid of De Gea because he's making mistakes, but you could have easily just kept him on the bench. De Gea, has he got a club? Has De Gea?
Nah, he still doesn't have a club, man.
That's my point. They didn't want to renew his contract. They didn't want to renew his contract. I doubt De Gea was like, I need to be number one.
They gave me a new offer, right? They gave me a new offer, and then now
Ten Hag withdrew his request. Withdrew it, bro.
No, man, let's pay though.
We shouldn't. We can discuss Onana, right, without necessarily discussing that. Like, I think we moved past that already. Like, there's no point.
Okay, wait, hold on.
But you gotta check out De Gea, bro. It's part of the bro.
One second. I want to ask Will a question here because Will, I've been over the last 3 seasons at least. It just appears that you go to Manchester United, your performances as an individual start to decline. A lot of Man United fans are telling me that it's because of the way the clubs run, but surely the way the clubs run is not affecting Ten Hag's training sessions, his team talks, his tactical nous in games. Like, what do you think? Like, what's going on at United, man? Is it fair to say it's what's going on in the board that's really affecting the team, or is this just an excuse?
I mean, sure, I think that plays a part of it, right? Like, so we are not United, but we, over the last 3 or 4 years, have gone through a kind of similar thing, right? With Jose and Conte and even Nuno, is that we were kind of a point, no matter what player we bought when they came to the club, they completely underperformed any expectation the fan base had, right? Like Giovanni Lo Celso, when he first came to us, was actually a player, or Ndombele, when he first came to us, was actually a player. And it seemed just like any person that we purchased and put into that system just got rotted out. And the only thing that really changed for us is when not only did we completely, like, I don't think a lot of people who don't follow Spurs closely realize, but we changed a lot of things in the backside of the business. We sacked our director of scouting, the directors of the academies, the directors of, the director of football, and we replaced a lot of pieces in that backroom staff. We got completely rid of a lot of the deadwood. And I think for me, it's just you guys that Manchester United just got a cancer. And while they have talent and individual players, until they feel like a team, like, teamwork makes the dream work, right? So like until they feel like a team inside together, they're just not going to have consistent results, right? Like you guys can see that at Arsenal too, right? Like before Arteta came in, right? You guys had, talent in pieces here, and here, but you couldn't. No matter what manager came in, they couldn't get it to flow, right? It just didn't work. Like you'd have moments of brilliance where you looked really good, and then the next week you would lose to like bottom of the table side or something like that, right? Like it was completely unpredictable on where we're going to go, and that's just where Manchester United is at right now. They're going to have to clean out and just hit the reset button on everything. It's not just the back room, it's not just the manager, and it's not just the players. It's all of these things in a team. The reason why Spurs, I think, took off as fast as we did at the beginning of the season was because Postecoglou just didn't play games with a lot of the deadwood, like Eric Dyer. You got to the point where Eric Dyer was on a social media account. Our guys are, filming him as they're coming into training. And he's like, you don't have to film me. You won't use it anyway. I mean, that's to the point how much Postecoglou had pushed Dyer out. Right? In the press conference today, they're like, do you feel going against Manchester City, you're going to need Eric Dyer's aerial threat in order to help control Haaland? He said, this was his answer. No. That was it. He just he didn't say anything other than no.
Ange ain't playing around, bro.
No, he ain't playing around. That's what Man United needs right now, I think, though.
So guys,
I have a question for Will. Do you think we had that last season?
No, I don't think you did. It was kind of like your season last season was like our first season under Conte, right? A guy comes in, brings a little bit of hope, right? But the way that, because he didn't grab the hearts and minds of the dressing room, I mean, like really grab them as he was pushing, because we knocked Arsenal out of the top 4 of that season. Nobody expected us to do anything in the league.
How has this been about Arsenal and Spurs? How did it become this?
I'm saying the effect that he had, because United did the same thing, right? When Ten Hag came in, you guys were really poor in the first half of the season. Ten Hag comes in, and boom, all of a sudden, the end of the season, you guys make a run and jump into a top 4 that nobody thought you'd really be in, right? Based on the first half of the season. I'm just saying, I just see parallels. That's all I'm saying.
I hear that. But in terms of when you say like a clear out, I don't think it's so simple for Man United on a quick term fix with all those players. They tried to get rid of some players anyway, and now they're relying on some of those players like McTominay, the Maguires, and the big contracts they're on. Like it's not going to be. It's a good idea, but it's not going to be a quick fix.
You just got to do it though, right? Because it's been this way at United for a while now, right? Like Jose, even from Jose to Ollie to Ragnick to it was the same kind of. We did it with Jose to Nuno to Conte. Arsenal went through 2 or 3 managers from maybe it was just one, I can't remember, but from
just Emery,
you had Wenger to Emery to Arteta, right? So
hey, but even Arteta had to take. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like Aubameyang, like Arsenal fans. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Aubameyang was like your guy, right? Your captain. Arsenal fans loved him, and Emery's like, or Arteta's like, sorry, you're out.
No. The non-negotiables just got overridden, man. So he had to go, man. Really and truly. But guys, as we were in the melee, the guy who's probably most excited to talk about the demise of Manchester United has joined the stream. Mr. Hollywood himself, also Mr. Shameless, but he's making his Tunnel TV debut. We got man like Hamza in the building. How you doing, Hamza?
Big up, man. How you guys doing, man? Hope you guys are doing good, man. I couldn't miss this opportunity. No chance. There's no way I'm missing this opportunity.
So Hamza, obviously, we're in the middle of discussing the Newcastle versus Manchester United game. Like, how do you see this game going? We've been talking back and forth about each teams, but how do you see this game going and why?
I said before the Chelsea game that Newcastle beat Chelsea. St. James Park, they're a different animal, man. To get draws is amazing. They will beat United, easy. The only way for United to win that game is to do a smash and grab, park the bus, and hit them on the counter. Because that's the only way. And I'm sorry to say this, like, it's funny to say that the best player for United now is Maguire McTominay. If you look, these are the 2 players
sad, man. That's sad.
They were laughing at.
It was Evans before he got injured as well.
What is sad about it?
Yeah. They said these are the two players that are problem.
Really?
But this year, their best players so far now is Maguire and McTominay, most reliable player. In terms of Bruno, he's showing a bit of commitment, but I don't think Bruno's a bad player. I really believe any player goes United. Like, it's a big. You must be a fool to go to that club. Like, you are a stupid fool. I think you're just going there for money, not for trophies.
Hamza.
No.
I have a question for you. Do you actually watch Manchester United games?
Huh?
My man chose violence, you know.
No. Because I find it really ridiculous that you'd say Scott McTominay is one of the best players at the moment for Manchester United. Maguire is actually doing pretty well.
He's your club's top scorer. What are you talking about?
No, McTominay is one of your best right now.
Bro, hell no, man.
No, McTominay. Just him alone. Not forget what Maguire's. McTominay, is he not one of your best players right now?
Yes. Facts.
I'm asking you, Ibrahim. No? I'm kind of shocked that that's your stance.
I don't agree.
No, but so why is he playing?
Don't agree.
Why is Maguire benching the likes of Varane? Why is he playing?
Look,
because he doesn't trust Varane anymore. And I have to be honest here.
I never trusted Varane either.
The fact that Man United was supposed to be before the season started, they're like, oh, I told everyone about this guy. I said, yo, this guy is so talkative. He should just humble himself. You don't come and talk big and as if you've earned your way big. He's lifted a Champions League or something. He's done something at a football club. All he did is win at Eredivisie at Ajax, yeah? And no disrespect to Ajax. Ajax got every season favorites. Frank de Boer came to Crystal Palace back to back Eredivisie champion. Most win, playing beautiful football. Came to Palace, 5-6 games lost. Yeah, got sacked. He went to Inter, made a mess. Because there's a level to this game. When you're performing at Ajax at that level and you come to the Premier League, United fans were deceived the way he talks. This guy is a scammer. The way he talks, and they love that. I don't know what. One thing I've never realized about United fans, the shamefulness. I'm thinking, this guy you get beat by your biggest rivals 7-0. 7-0. You are shameless of telling us about Carling Cup. When no any other manager, David Moyes, Ferguson, all these managers have never taken a beating at Anfield. 7-0. And you still prove this guy is a good manager. You have the worst record in Europe. No manager in English football has ever conceded 14 goals. Forget even any team in Europe is Erik ten Hag. But they don't even question him. Yeah? He loses most games, but he's been skiving by 1-0. Because he's only getting away with it because players are rescuing him from the game. Maguire's header, McTominay's header, Rashford scored a winner, Garnacho overhead kick. It's like individual brilliance, yeah? But the style of football, he doesn't play a good style of football. Any player that goes to United, you see Bruno, top player. I believe Bruno, I'll take Bruno for Man City. Fact, 100%. I've been telling people. Bruno, I can see the way he plays for Portugal. He's an outstanding player. But when
there's Man United that's stinking up his performance. Is that what you're saying?
They did the same thing to Pogba, wasted all his years. No one should. I swear, I'm being honest. You would be a fool to go to United.
Hamza sounds very pained. You sound like you had a very traumatic childhood.
Hold on, Ibrahim. Is he lying about anything he's saying? Though? That's the real here. Is he lying? I know you don't like the delivery, but the message.
To be honest, I pretty much agree with most of the things he's saying. Right, Erik ten Hag, I'm not a big fan of him. But at the moment, I'm reading through his emotions. It sounds like Manchester United traumatized him as a kid. Every day he went to bed crying, and he's just so happy to see what's going on with the club right now. Like, you can look at the emotions. Like, you're so passionately speaking about it, man.
So should we be angry about you lot in the mud right now?
To be honest, it's giving him some sort of relief. He's probably getting some satisfaction from him. I'm happy for him, right? After going through that as a child, I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy that he's thinking about this and he seems to be releasing steam talking about
it's because let me just say
TikTok on Wednesday was fabulous. That's all I gotta say.
A lot of their fan base thought, this is the funny thing. As soon as I saw Fergie left, I knew, bam, era's finished. That I swear, I told a United for my best. I said, yo, your era's finished. Finito, no more. And I was right. I always tell him, remember I told you that day that Fergie made this speech. I said, your days are numbered now. Because now you can see Fergie made that, he made them to that level. But Fergie, after Fergie's left, bro, they've had players, they've had managers. Bro, Mourinho is heritage of football. He goes there, he says the best thing I could do with this team, come second. They cast him down. Luis van Gaal won at every level. Ajax, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, top manager. Comes there. He tells every player, even Julian Timber, he told him, don't go to United. He leaves that football club. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, their own guy, they threw him under the bus. This football club has a lot to pay for. I swear. I've been traumatized. I believe 100% I've been traumatized. Because I obviously. But I love to see them being traumatized. I'm witnessing their history now. I'm witnessing them being traumatized. And I love it because I believe in the end. Going to Newcastle away. If they don't, Newcastle have got 13 players missing. 13 players not on that squad. Yeah. They're going to be playing and probably a second name Newcastle, except Gumaresh and all that Isaac, couple of them guys. But Harvey Barnes and Tonali and Callum Musso, they've got Dan Burns missing. They've got a lot of their players missing. I want to see. They are going to lose 100%. I'll be so shocked if United get a point.
Wait, hold on. Before I get into the rest of the panel, I think he's definitely a Man United fan. He says, my man is still comparing trophy to Spurs. Bro, you don't want to be chatting to Spurs right about now, my guy. So I'd calm down right now. They're still above you after having 3 losses. Hamza clearly doesn't watch football. He watches a lot of football. That's what I heard. Everything he said was true. It's just the delivery that they're not appreciating right now.
Emotions, man.
Let's see if he's releasing steam by the time the charges come around. Allegedly right now, allegedly. So we'll deal with that when it comes. So, guys, I want to ask you: is there a scenario? I want to hear from Will or Jerry on this one. Is there a scenario where Manchester United actually go there and win the game this weekend against Newcastle? And if so, what would need to happen?
I mean, yeah, they can, right? I mean, Bournemouth did, right? So, I mean, it's Newcastle has been. It's been up and down too, right? They got a lot of injuries. I mean, I think injury-wise, we need to look at players that actually start, right, for the most part, and how much of that do they have in a particular game. But there's always a chance, right? Because just as much as Newcastle has been unpredictable, Manchester United has been unpredictable as well, right? Like this is the exact same way that I felt about Tottenham last season, right? We could go beat Manchester City and then go lose to Sheffield United the next week. Like, you just didn't know which team was going to show up. And that's where both teams are right now. For me, I think it's just a game that you can't flip a coin, man. Take a big coin, flip it. That's all you got.
Brother, honestly, man, Man United ain't getting shit from St. James's, bro. I'll say it from now, bro. They're not coming to St. James. They ain't getting a point and they ain't getting a win. Like, I feel that confidence. I know they care about cups of different competition, but just that alone, Livramento is going to have all them players on smoke from back to front, from one end of the pitch to the other. You get what I'm saying? Edith's going to have them up. The intensity in the middle, of midfield. Bro, it's a problem. Mino, whatever his youth name is. You get me? Gassing them up. Watch out for Louis Smiley. That's who you need to be watching out for. So when it comes to St. James's, you're going to know what time in it. On that note, everyone, I need to bounce. Nice to meet you, Ibrahim, Hamza, Mandem, Kane, everyone. Big up, Ibrahim. See you Saturday, brother. Nice one, yeah.
Damn, what an outfit.
Hey, he conquered and he left you, bro. Big up, Geordie Dredd, each and every time, man. All right, Ibrahim, obviously you've taken a bit of a lashing from the panel today, so I'll let you close the Manchester United segment. What is your prediction for this game on Saturday? Is it Saturday night? Saturday night. St. James's Park. in front of the Gallagher end. The St. James's Park faithful screaming, creating a hostile atmosphere. How do you see this game ending, Ibrahim? Be honest. He's put himself on mute like his club mate. Don't want to. He's put himself on mute, bro. Hey, let it out, bro.
You know, I'm laughing. You know, after all I said about not being confident and stuff, I will still go ahead to predict 2-1.
To Newcastle.
Yeah, right. To Manchester United, of course.
Brett, look, I understand like pride of not going like predicting your team to lose, but sometimes we just gotta be honest with ourselves, bro. When it comes to this game of football, it's okay. It's okay to know where your team is at. It's okay.
I promise you, this is that. I mean, we haven't won in St. James in like 2019, right? I mean, okay, I'll be very, very honest. I would say we don't score too many goals. I would say maybe 2-3. I'm not going to predict a lot. No,
bro, I think your mic might be too close to your cheek or something. I think it's clicking. Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I'm not going to predict a loss. Never. I mean, I'll say 2-1 Manchester United, man.
Delusion. I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win for Newcastle. Kennedy, where are you at with this game? You're on mute.
3-1 to Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle. Hamza, what you said?
I was gonna say 3-1 or 4-1 to Newcastle.
Wow. Will?
I'm gonna go with the Desmond on this one, man, but guys. I think 2-2 draw. Yeah.
What? Too many players missing for Newcastle to get it home, or?
Yeah, I think on both sides. I think it's just gonna be. It just depends on who. I think there's a couple of people that are still in question for Newcastle, whether they're going to be fit or not, right? So I think there's like 2 or 3 players that may come back. If they come back, then I would say it's probably Newcastle's game. But from right now, based on looking at their lineup, I think a draw is probably safe.
Yeah, because those 2 teams actually play tough games away from home.
Yeah.
Both heartbreaking draws as well that they both got. JJ, what you said?
I know I got a feeling United win this, man. I think
just shut up the haters. Everyone's against them. One of them type of wins.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a great performance from them, but I just think they're just going to nick it. I can see a 2-1. I don't think that Newcastle have been decent, and I know they've done well against Chelsea, but their performance against PSG and PSG have not been great this season, right? They conceded a lot of chances now, albeit it's at St. James's. But I just got a feeling that United are going to get like I don't know, it'll be like a deflected shot from Bruno Fernandes.
One of them ones, yeah.
Yeah, one of those games. And I think like Newcastle's luck will just run out a bit because they've got a lot of injuries. They've obviously playing now, obviously had a break, but they're playing now in the Champions League. So back-to-back games, that turnover is going to be difficult. So I just think they'll lose this game. Something's telling me they will.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know what? I don't know if you watched the Everton game on the weekend, and like if you really watched that 90 minutes, Everton could have easily got something out of the game. Even though Man U won 3-0, it definitely wasn't a 3-0 game. Like if they took their chance, it would have been a bit different. But let's move on to another massive fixture. A fixture that surprisingly Will's team's done quite well over the last few years when it's come against this opposition in the Premier League. We've got Spurs away at the Etihad. City obviously a little bit angry after dropping points against Liverpool. Comfortably through in the Champions League midweek. Boy, who am I going to start up? Hamza. Obviously, Spurs are blatantly your bogey side when it comes to the Premier League.
Yeah.
How do you see this game panning out? Because I remember last season you were talking about Spurs with a little bit of fear when it came to that fixture.
Yeah, completely. I think, listen, I was so glad I looked at first, one of the early games I looked at as soon as I got that fixture is like, when am I playing Arsenal at home? I was happy. I was like, yes, at home season when we need to win that league title. When do we need to play Spurs? And I'm so glad we're playing them home first. So when you go away, we've got our players back like KDB and all that. This time we don't have them. Bro, we'll beat them. There's no way. There's no way we're losing that game. No, I'm not being arrogant. No way. There's no way we're losing to Spurs at home. No chance. At Etihad, we expect to win. And I think we'll beat them convincingly. And the only thing is our mistake defensively. We're gonna get stronger. We often start slow and play this kind of slow mistakes, but we've got a very lethal attack, very lethal attack. And listen, Haaland up front, he's top scorer, 14 goals already, 14 or 15 goals in the Premier League. He's gonna score goals. They haven't got their back line. Romero's missing.
That's 14 already.
Yeah, he's already got 14 and
The Prem.
in the Premier, completely.
That's
Yeah.
Nah.
What?
Who
No way.
I don't think so.
Who has 14
Chill
goals?
out, bro.
Yeah.
He does. He does.
Goals.
He does.
What
Oh my
the
god.
fuck?
Wait, 14 what?
Goals.
14 goals already? And they say he's having a slow season. He's having a slow
Haaland?
season.
See that, and without KDB, that's without KDB.
Yeah, Haaland.
It's mad. So
God
and we've got the
damn.
most goals, most passes, and we're controlling that. We've got. I think. Listen, he's gonna score another 2 easily. The thing that's changed us this season is that we're able to. We've got competition on some players. Like if Grealish, I think he's a very good player. I think he was by far one of our best players last season. And without Grealish, we don't win that treble because he's able to take 3 man out. But when Grealish not having a good season, good game, Doku comes on. And Doku just takes on players. The thing about this boy that makes me just love him is like, bro, when you get the ball and he's never played in the Premier League, he wants to run on players. He'll make a mess, but he still wants to run on you again. He still wants to run on you again. He'll keep doing it. And that ambition of wanting to run on a player shows his confidence. The thing is that's robbed him a lot is our finishing has been poor. Our finishing has been poor. So I can see that we're going to beat them 3 or 4, 3-1, 3-0 or 4-0, something like that. Because their defense is booky. They've got Ben Davies and Emerson Royale, centre backs. Man, we have to take advantage of that. Yeah. I don't want my players to go down, man. Trip the guy to get tripped, go down, man. I need those penalties. Yeah, I need all that massive goal difference going in. Now it's about getting the goal difference mad, like basically.
Wow. So you're using Spurs for your goal difference. Is that what you're trying to say this weekend?
We need to beat them as much as we can, and there's no perfect time to have played them. Look, they haven't got Madison. I don't know where the Papisas fit. They haven't got Bantuko. He's injured a bit. They haven't got they've got probably 7 or 8 players missing.
11. You have 11 players missing.
11 players missing. Yeah. Who are the players? So they haven't got the center.
I mean, so there's newer ones, right? Like a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of our players that have been injured out for most of the season. Like Ryan Sessegnon hasn't even put on boots yet this season. He's not a great player, but he's still.
Don't ever mention it. I will stop that. I will stop that. We're not doing that. We're Sessegnon, bro. Come on, bro.
He's a player for our team who's been injured for forever. Right?
You're ashamed.
We've forgotten about him too. I'm just saying. And then you've got Bentancur who came back, and then Arsenal fans over there, bigging up Matty Cash on Twitter because of what he did to Bentancur on the weekend. That's great. Appreciate that. And then
I'm not a part of that movement, but yeah.
I know, but there are for sure. But you've also got so we have no left winger, right? Richarlison, Solomon, and Perisic are all gone on that left-hand side. So we've had to play Brendan Johnson over there.
What do you mean had to play him like he wasn't one of your major signings this summer?
Yeah, but he was meant to play on the right, right? Like he was meant. It was meant to be Solomon's son or son Perisic on the left, right? Then you had Brendan Johnson could play centrally, Velez could play centrally, or he could play on the right with Kulu. And we've been mixed up all season in that front line. I think that's going to be the saving grace for you guys. But I'm going to tell you right now, we're getting Bissouma back.
Yeah, they go. I see Bissouma suspended.
No, he'll be back. Bissouma's
Is he back? Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not back to the.
He's back, and he's back with no yellow cards hanging over his head. So you're going to see a freer Bissouma this week than
we bet I will, because I heard you using that for a couple of games, that excuse. So we better see it.
We better see it. I agree. Yeah. I'm going to be calling him out personally.
So we got Perisic is out, Bentancur's out, Van der Ven is out, Madison is out. Then we've got Solomon is out, Papisas out, Romero's out.
Yep.
Man, we can take that team, man.
You better take that team. Otherwise, if you don't take this team, you're going to get the cooking of a lifetime.
Yeah, we have to.
Night.
We have to take advantage. And especially, I think the man that's going to make a difference, that's going to cook you, is that Doku guy. Because who's playing that side?
Pedro Porro. He's got it, man.
Fantastic. So Pedro Porro.
Oh my God! Horror against Doku. That is a long day, bro. That is that's a long day. Trust me.
Second best right back in the league this season, Pedro Porro.
Royal, who's playing centre back? Royal and Davies. Was he Royal and Davies centre backs?
Yeah, it'd probably be Royal and Davies centre back. Maybe Phillips or Dorrington. Maybe he'll bring in a youngster against you.
Oh man, I love it, man! I love it. Come on, let's go.
But hold on. Hamza. Eric Dyer and Ben Davies kept hauling to 0 XG, just like Saliba did this season last year. You know that.
Yeah.
Hey, your ground.
It was a away game. I remember.
No, but wait. Hold on. Wait, Hamza. One thing, like, let's be honest. When it comes to this fixture, there's nobody. If we did like a joint 11 right now, there's none of us is going to be picking more Spurs guys than City guys. No one's going to say Spurs are a better team than City. No one's going to say that, but that's been the case when you guys have met for multiple seasons. But somehow, some way, these Spurs boys managed to get that victory. It reminds me of kind of like that mental block we had against Bolton as well in those years as well. There's just some sort of block against Tottenham. I don't know what it is. Even that Champions League game, I think that's where the bad luck started.
I think there's a secret agent there because it kind of started when Kyle Walker went there. I think he's still in the WhatsApp group, and I think he's sending us the game plans. That's what it is, man.
No, it's just that
he's like, it's only one game. We can throw one and still win the league. It's all right.
You know what we do when we play them? Yeah, we take them lightly, and we always make mistakes. Like you would see, like Rodri passing back, and then they'll intercept, they'll score a goal. And when we played them in the Champions League, the same thing that they did it again. And when we played it at home, do you remember? We were 2-0 down against them. 2-0 down. I remember 2-0 down, half-time, and I was stressed. It was December. And I thought, oh, my God. I've come back from the World Cup with all these players, and they're letting me down. And then we came back with a 4-2. We did a remontada. So in terms of us here, like in terms of the way we play, we will attack Tottenham. I think Tottenham are in trouble. Tottenham haven't got the creativity. Tottenham haven't got the defense. And it'll be
I don't know. Lo Celso and Kulusevski look pretty good.
And I think we'll beat them 3-4-1. I think we'll beat them 3-4-1. Easy.
But Hamza, a quick one then, yeah? Because obviously, defensive, obviously, we know going forward, City are ridiculous, right? But defensively, as we're saying, you're not as good as you have been in previous years. I think like, even in the Champions League, like, do you know what I mean? Was it Red Bull, isn't it? It was RB Leipzig. Made like there was a couple times they'll just clean through. It looked like Sunday League defending. Ruben Diaz being spun on the halfway line. A couple times it happened a couple times. Now Spurs going forward, like I disagree with the notion that they haven't got creativity. They're very, very creative, even with the likes of Maddison and everyone missing. There's a loads of times against Villa where they've created a chance, ball across the box, and if someone just missed the ball, or they haven't, played that final cross. Now, of course, I think City are going to win. But do you not see a case potentially where your poor defending might make it a bit more of a tighter game? I know they've obviously got defensively, they're poor, but could you see potentially, you know what, if we're not on it defensively, they could cause us some issues?
No, I think that you're right. We're not bad defensively. It's just what we're doing. We're giving silly goals. Like, let's say, for example,
that's when you're bad defensively, giving silly goals.
That's silly goals to Son Heung-min is not a good idea, right?
They're very relaxed, and you can see that. But
you don't want to give silly goals to Son Heung-min, right? Because he'll put him in the back of the net, right? He loves to score against City, right?
Against Chelsea, we gave Vardy made that mistake. Rodri makes that. What else did they have? They had another chance. We are able to score goals, but I think Pep's get it. I think he's sorting the back. I'm quite confident the players will got the back. And he took off Ruben Diaz. He told him straight away. As soon as he made that one mistake, straight away. Pep didn't play around. He took him off and said, yo, you're coming off. It doesn't matter who you are. And he brought on another defender. And we were solid from the back. They didn't create anything after that. Every time we got them, we were very physical towards them. So I think City will not. I don't think if we concede, I'll be very disappointed because City apparently this time we're trying to stop conceding goals. But I think we're able to score goals. We'll always beat you by scoring goals. And I think the most important thing in this game is just we have to score. We have to punish them badly. Within 20 minutes, we should be like 2-0 up. And once
you said you kind of start slow. But see, we've been the opposite, right? Like for us, the best parts of our game have been the first 15, 20, 30 minutes.
You always score first.
Yes.
And so, if you give us those mistakes early on, we will put at least one past you in the first 20, 25 minutes.
But you've done that in the last 3 games when you've lost all 3 games.
Yeah,
so
we'll probably still lose the game. Look, I actually see this game, like to come into my side of how I see this game, right? Because we're going to the Etihad. Hamza, I know you're not going to like this, but I see this game exactly like the Champions League quarterfinal where we lost 3-4, but ended up knocking you guys out of the Champions League. You remember that game and how it went? It was like a basketball match, back and forth, goals coming off people's bums and all kinds of crazy stuff. That's what I think this game is going to be like. I mean, I'm calling it now because Ange Postecoglou came out today and they said, "Are you still going to play your high line against City?" And he said, "Why are you even asking me that? Like, what do you think I'm going to say?"
So it's who we are, mate. It's who we are.
Right?
It's who we are, mate.
He's going to come at you, right? And he will press you and he will cause you guys, your back line he will force errors out of your back line. Because you said yourself, they're error prone.
I think you're right. I think what he'll do, the most disappointing thing about Man City this season is the fact that Haaland makes these beautiful runs all the time, which is so frustrating that he's not getting picked up. So I hope he gets picked up because if he he's making this very dangerous run. And Alvarez make those kind of runs, and then you will see a player just returning the ball, and you're like, why did he not make that run?
Do you think, but Hamza, do you think that's because Pep's playing Alvarez in midfield? Because if I go back to like the Liverpool game, I thought that after the Chelsea game, Pep would have gone, you know what? We're going to take Alvarez out because we've really got Doku and Alvarez and Foden, and we're going to potentially play one of our midfielders in there to go back to old school Pep, where we're going to dominate the midfield and pass the ball and not allow you to get the ball and then kill you off that way. In the last few games now, so this is Chelsea, Liverpool, RB Leipzig, and now I think Spurs as well. It's like he's trying to go end to end. It's like, of course, you're still dominating the ball because like Liverpool are sitting back, Chelsea are trying to sit back. But in those moments, in those transitions, you're still trying to go end to end and going really direct as opposed to having a ball player in the midfield that can kind of, create space, buy a zone, get the ball, and then find the likes of Haaland, Alvarez that are making runs. Because right now, even in that Liverpool game, I know you guys had a lot of the ball and you guys played well, but I thought you were lacking that midfielder, whether that's a Gundogan, whether that was a De Bruyne, whether that's playing a Foden in the midfield, whoever that was, to kind of pack out the midfield. And I know you're doing this inverted thing, but I think having an extra midfielder would have aided you. Having Alvarez now, Haaland's not going to get picked out as much. So you may not score those runs. Hence why I think the game will be more end-to-end with Spurs.
And nobody comes at you, right? No one in the league comes at you, but we will, right? Because Ange Postecoglou's insane, right? So,
that sounds like a threat, Will. Carry on.
How are you guys going to handle that? Because you're not used to it. I don't think there's anybody in the world that comes out and presses you with a high line.
I don't think you'll have creativity. I think the only guy that it will be dangerous for us is Son. Kulusevski, he's not over that. We can pocket him. He can be easy.
You know, Lo Celso got turned one over you 2 years ago, right? Made you guys lose at your own place.
I don't think he's someone to worry. I don't have
Koo in the midfield, Johnson on the right with his pace. Little Brian Hill, little Brian Messi. I hate that guy. They're not
I was gonna say you shameless brother, Brian Hill, man. Come off it, man.
That's what they call him. Not in Spurs anymore, man. Brian Hill, yeah, not me.
That's how bad it's gotten, dude. That I'm having to big up Brian Hill. I'm gonna have to come with chest with Brian Hill. That's how bad it is here.
Yeah. I think the key thing is that the reason why we are, and I'm sorry to say this live on thing. Like I've said that we bought a player that's injured. We bought Kovacic has been a good player, but I'm sorry. I've said to City fans for a long time that City need to, and I'm so glad it's going to happen in January. I think it's going to happen. Pep showing the board that he doesn't trust the bench. He's trying to say indirectly, I got 2 keepers on my bench. Calvin Phillips not good enough. Sergio Gomez, I don't bring him on unless it's like 10 minutes to go. I need at least 3 players. So he needs to recruit 2 in January. And the reason why we're conceding, Rodri's not having his normal partner in midfield. Bernardo doesn't play there. Bernardo normally plays more attacking. And he can play there, but he doesn't sit there. We should have a reliable midfielder who's playing. Kovacic again is out. Apparently, 50% he might not be playing this game. So we signed a player that's getting injured quite often already. And I look at his injury record at Chelsea. He's been injured a lot of times. So the thing is, the only way to play this game is I can see the way we're playing Rodri, Bernardo, but because Tottenham don't have the attacking threat, this is why we'll be. And if they try and play the high line, because Doku is quick, because Alvarez is quick, because Haaland is a deadly finisher. If they play that kind of high line, we'll punish them. There's no doubt. If they sit back, we'll not punish them.
I think he'll be very, very stupid to play that highlight against you.
He's gonna do it. He's going to do it.
To be honest, if he does it, that is suicidal, man. That is suicidal. I don't think anybody wants to do that against City, man. Like, it's a no-brainer. It's literally like lighting a cigarette in a petrol station, man. Like, it's a no-brainer, man. You shouldn't try that.
Yeah, you don't always blow up the gas station when you smoke a cigarette at a petrol station.
Try
I can tell you from personal experience, but but what I think is funny though, what I think is funny is that did you watch the interview of Pep Guardiola when they asked him about Ange? Have you seen that clip, Hamza?
They asked him what?
They asked because Ange used to manage at a Citigroup side in Japan, right?
Yokohama, yeah.
Yeah. So,
was it a Citigroup side? Yeah.
Yeah. So they asked Pep Guardiola at the beginning of the season about Ange Postecoglou, right? And they're like, yeah, he's like, I've only met him a few times, but obviously I've seen what he's done across, his last couple of years in his career, and I always knew he was going to end up here in the Premier League. And then they were kind of joking about, his style of football, because Ange is being, mocked several times for trying to copy Pep Guardiola, right? Like, and so there's been that running joke going around.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah. And so,
really?
Because he plays with the inverted fullbacks and does, all that similar deal, right? It's kind of like Arteta, right? Like they call him, Pep's Comeboy and yada yada yada. Those types. It's a similar vibe there. They have, and so he asks him, and then Pep Guardiola says, so they're going to play high, they're going to play attacking football. It's going to be a great style. It's like, yeah, he's been a great manager. He's like, and maybe this year when we go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, we can actually score a goal. Like, we're already inside your manager's head before the season even started. He's already thinking, can we even score at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
I see what's going on here. Like I see what you're doing here, Will. That you're quietly confident because you've seen upsets over the last few years, but on paper, you believe it's a City win, right? That's where your head's
City win. Yeah. Like if I were to look at the numbers on a piece of paper without, just the voodoo that happens at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or even playing Chelsea individually. Like, I don't think we've ever not scored against City in the last 5 or 6 years. I don't think we, like 3-2s, right? Even 4-2 at the Etihad last season. I don't think we've ever been shut out by City in the last. I could be wrong.
That's interesting. Hey, comment section. Do some work for us, Mitch. Comment section. Help us know if that's right.
But I don't think there's been a game where we haven't scored against City in the last, 5,
fair enough. But Kanebi, I'm interested to hear from you because obviously, just like me, you're an Arsenal fan, and City you'd probably say are the biggest obstacle to us trying to get a Premier League title this season. So, first of all, who do you want to win that game? And second of all, how do you see it going?
To be honest with you, as a strategist, I want Spurs to win the game, obviously, because I want Man City to drop as many points as they could.
You want Spurs to win a football game, Kennedy? Is that what you're saying? You want Tottenham to win a game?
They can win this one or even draw. They always lose the next game. It's fine, but for this weekend, they need to win just so we can have some breathing space from Man City. I don't care whatever points they drop. I will take it any day. I don't care who they play because Man City is a dangerous enemy, man. Dangerous enemy. You don't give them an inch. So if Spurs, but I don't see Spurs winning though. I don't see it happening. But if they can at least pull off a miracle, I'm all for it. But I'm not celebrating it though.
I hear it. So
I think there's 3 times in the last 5 years that we haven't scored against them, and those scorelines have all been like 1-0.
Okay. That's quite a high scoring fixture, really, isn't it? In general.
Yeah, over the last in recent
couple
times.
of seasons, right?
Yeah. 4-2, 3-2, then a couple 1-0 sprinkled in, then a 3-0, then 2-0. We've beaten them 2-0 twice. 2-2, 4-3. That was that Champions League quarterfinal I was telling you about. I think that's what it's going to be like. I think it's going to be a basketball game.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to score a load of goals. We're going to get burned in behind. People are going to laugh at the high line, but we're going to get some of ours too. I think that's just how it's going to be.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's going to be a high man. And not because I don't believe Tottenham have improved this season. I just believe that I think City are just going to expose the holes too much. And like a matchup, Doku versus Pedro Porro, I think that's awful. That's horrible to look at right now because yes, he's been very good going forward offensively, creating a lot of things for the attackers, but defensively against a great 1v1 attacker like Doku, I just think it's going to be a nightmare for him, man. And they're really going to expose you.
So I agree with you. I agree with you in a sense. I agree with you in a sense, right? But I think that a lot of people are misunderstanding slightly how Pedro Porro is meant to be playing. Like a lot of times he's tucked inside. So like there's a lot of our fan base blames him for getting beat when they play that wide ball to the touchline. But that's not his job to come out and prevent that guy from getting in behind. His job is to push him to the corner flag. That's literally how the system works, right? Like Postecoglou allows those balls down the flanks, right? Because it's in a non-dangerous area. He wants to keep it out of the middle. That's why he pulls his fullbacks inside, right, where we play really tight through the middle. He doesn't want play coming down the middle. He wants to force it outside and make them have to play balls into the box where he can defeat it aerially, right? That's his way of defending. That's why why is he still doing it against Chelsea? They wanted those balls to go in behind so that Vicario could sweep them out. Like that's literally what they were trying to do by playing that high line. And it's just so different than what a lot of clubs do that I think even our own fan base doesn't catch it. But Pedro Porro defensively actually hasn't been that bad. Yeah, there's been moments 1 or 2 times where like he'll get dribbled past or whatever. But the system is built for that, right? He's trying to push the players wide rather than stop them altogether. It's just the way that they run.
I just think that the defense is a calamity. Royal Porro is more attacking because I used to watch him at Sporting Lisbon. He was just attacking him and who's that guy that went PSG?
For sure, he's not the best defender.
They're very good at wing back.
But going forward, I think he's great.
Yeah, they can't defend. He can't defend, and I think having Emerson Royal as centre back is just a dream come true, bro. Like there's no way. I couldn't wish better.
Against Haaland, flipping it. That's a scary thought. Surely, well, you're gonna have nightmares tonight thinking about it. Don't lie.
I think it's comedy, dude. Like no, when it gets to this point. Look, when your wife leaves you, your dog. This is a country music song. Spurs are in a American country music song right now, right? The dogs died. Somebody stole your truck, right? Your wife's left you, right? All of these things have happened at one time. All you can do is laugh, man. You just sit back on the couch, put your feet up on the table, and drink a beer. That's it.
And just watch what happens.
You just watch what happens. Watch the house burn down. That's it. That's all you're doing right now.
Quickly, Ibrahim, to close this matter. I mean, obviously, on paper, as you said, it is, as everyone has acknowledged, it is a City win. But if Spurs are to win this game, how would they be able to do it at the Etihad? Is there a scenario where you see it being possible? And if so, what is that?
I think it's Man City's game to lose. If anything should happen other than a Man City win, it'll be because Man City made it happen. Whether due to lapses or mistakes, right? I don't think there's any tactical strategy that Spurs can employ this weekend to beat Man City because they have a very disastrous poor run. Right, scored first in 3 games and lost those 3 games to relatively low teams. I don't see any strategy like they could bring up. And if they really play that high line that Will is talking about, bro, if they really play that, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we're all going to be rubbing our hands. But it's going to be annoying because obviously I'll be excited to see Spurs lose, but City improving their goal difference and obviously strategically Spurs should win, to be fair. But
besides with Maddison being absent, which is obvious, there is no spark in that Spurs attack, right? Son can't do it alone. Son has moments of magic. It happens once in a while. If it happens tomorrow, it's going to happen once. It's not going to happen twice, right? So even when you guys were saying 2-1, 3-1, I was thinking they were never going to score a goal, right? But it's football. Anything can happen. We'll see.
It's right. It is football. So let's kick off the predictions before we go through the rest of the predictions real quick and wrap up the show. Ibrahim, what's your prediction for this game?
3-0 City.
3-0 City. Okay. Kanebi?
4-1 City.
4-1. A proper spanking, yeah. Okay.
4-1 or 1-1?
4-1. Which 1-1?
Chill. 1-1. At the Etihad, chill now.
Is it FIFA?
I'm gonna go with 3-0. I can't see Spurs scoring. I think Son will go missing like he has been of late as well. So I see that happening. Will?
4-3 City.
Oof. What a hell of we won a hell of a game. It's Sunday, right? Not Saturday.
Yeah, Sunday. It's the late game on Sunday too, I think.
Great stuff. And it's going to be interesting having Keme in the Tunnel TV studios. Don't worry, we'll be there to support her and keep her up. And Hamza.
I always love those reactions, by the way.
She's freaking legendary.
4-1 City. 4-1 City.
4-1.
Or 4-0. It's going to be easy.
Okay. Kanebi versus Will. It wasn't needed for this night. This is not the night it was for. Will was very distracted with what's going on in Manchester, and Kanebi's very focused and confident about the next game against Wolves. This wasn't the time to have them to clash. Don't worry, there will be other moments. 100%. Big up Teza ADT. I've never seen you in the comment section. Big up. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Said enjoy the moment for Arsenal. Enjoy the moment for Arsenal fans. I don't know what that means.
I guess he's not an Arsenal fan.
I've not been talking about Arsenal, but he brings us up. We're just rent free and everything. Borade says Sessignon though. United have missed Mad Diallo too. Then 100%, 100% because
Sessignon for as bad as he has been in those 3 at the back or the counter-attacking styles, right? When we bought him from Fulham, he was actually a pretty decent talent, right? Like people were talking.
He was an attacking threat, bro. Yeah, he was like a winger, though.
And he was a winger. That's what I'm saying. So in this Postecoglou system, I was a little bit curious as to how, because we've seen players that were choked out in those other systems come to life this season, right? Basuma, right, is back. You have, nobody thought that we were going to really be getting, Son putting Son down the middle or whatever. He's come back, but. I don't think he's going to be great, right? But he's going to be better in this system than Ben Davies in that position, right? Like surely, right? With the way that he plays, or even right now without having a left winger. I mean, who would you rather have, Ryan Sessegnon or Brian Hill playing out left? I'd rather have Sessegnon.
Right? I hear you. That's an interesting one. Because as you said, before Spurs signed him, he was like a massive attacking threat, doing crazy stuff in the Championship. I thought he'd really flourish at Spurs, but I guess not having the right attacking-minded managers weren't able to.
Yeah, it didn't benefit him, and he's been injured every single season, and not for a little bit, like missing like 20 games a season every season.
When's he due back?
Well, I don't even know. I think he's on cryo.
You don't even care because he's that irrelevant. I'm so surprised you even brought him up tonight, Will. You're terrible.
Saying he's one of the players who's been injured, right? He's taking up a squad space.
I see your
He's
angle.
a registered player.
This question is for you because I definitely haven't heard it. He says, Kunle, did you hear Emerson Royale's rap song on Spotify? Have you heard it, Will?
No, but trust me, I make fun of Emerson Royale more than anybody. Emerson Royale is one of the funniest. So this guy, right? This guy puts highlight reels of himself up on like Twitter and Instagram. Like he makes his own highlight reels and puts it out there. But his highlight reels are of him losing the ball and then making a recovery tackle to win it back. Like that's
no.
Fair enough. I'm so shameless.
Fair enough.
It's shameless.
I love it, man. Big up Emerson. Big up Emerson Royale. Okay, so obviously we've got the score predictions for the City and Tottenham game and also the Newcastle Man United game. Let's go through the predictions of the rest of the games on match week 14 to wrap up the show, guys. We're going to first start off with Arsenal to Wolves. I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory. I think we have an issue with keeping clean sheets at the Emirates for some reason. That's the only reason I gave Wolves a goal. But I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory. And hopefully we'll be saying 3-3. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. I want to be shameless at the end of the season and celebrate him. I want to be saying sorry to Arteta. You were right. I was wrong. I didn't see it. You saw the light. I want to say it because best believe me, I will buy a Kai Havertz shirt. Best believe me. And I'll go on streams wearing it backwards so you guys can see number 29 on my shirt. Until then, though, there's still a lot to be done. So let me not get too excited. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully he proves us all wrong. Kanebi, what are you saying for that game?
Wolves is always tough at home, though. So I'm going to go.
Hello?
I'll go 3-1.
Hello?
This one is on the phone.
Hit
the mute button, my man.
3-1. I'll go 3-1.
Speaking of Wolves being tough, right? You know, Wolves, they've scored in every game since August, even if they lost.
Yeah, they're a very tough team. They're
Every
actually
game.
very irritating.
To be honest, I think Arsenal would win, but I think it's gonna be pretty close. Maybe a 2-1 or 1. I think 2-1.
You know,
the last time Wolves failed to score was when they played Manchester United. You know, but they've scored everybody else, including Tottenham, Manchester City, everybody else.
You know, this season, okay, when City lost to Wolves, City were top of the table. When we lost to Wolves, it knocked us out of top of the table. They are the top of the table killers, and they're playing you guys next. I'm just saying.
That's interesting.
Well.
I'm just saying.
That's interesting.
But guess what? When they did that to City and Tottenham, they were both away from home. They were not at home.
Fair enough.
True.
Well,
But, I mean, you guys at home, Fulham, right? Drew 2-2 with Fulham.
Fulham
right.
is a good team, and that was just the one.
Fulham ain't Wolves, though.
Just the one of who beat Wolves. We have enough to beat Wolves with the way we're playing now. Nah.
All right, so wait, have we? I was distracted for a second, guys. Has everyone given their Wolves predictions?
No, just Kanabi, I think.
Okay, Hamza, what are you saying? Wolves, Arsenal against Wolves. Arsenal at home.
Arsenal gonna win.
Score.
Man, okay.
Man's angry, you know.
Hamza hates when Arsenal is doing well.
3-0. 4-0. I'm not going to
watch Arsenal.
Saturday is better. I just go to sleep at 3 and wake up at 5.
They're going to score, man.
There's nothing. I looked at the game. I was like, where can I watch out than Arsenal? I'm not watching them. I know.
What about you, Will? What's your score prediction? You see an upset?
I'm gonna go with 1-1. I think it's gonna be a draw. Yeah,
that's the Spurs
Nobody's put
fan
that
in you
many
there.
past Wolves that much, right? You got Fulham. Fulham's done it, but other than that, Wolves scored 2 in there. They haven't been conceding a ton of goals. Wolves hasn't been leaking a ton of goals.
They have been conceding actually, but they've been scoring as well.
Yeah,
I hear it.
There's a few games where they've conceded a few, but they've been keeping pretty.
We have
tight
a great
sheets.
record against Wolves, though. We're beating Wolves in every game. Like
since
that
Arteta's
could be,
been there,
we
right?
don't like. We have a bad.
No, we lost. We did one. We lost one actually, didn't we?
Yeah, that dodgy red card with David Luiz.
Yeah.
Wolves has kind of been a bogey team for us since they come up. We haven't done very well against Wolves, so that could be it too. But
okay.
I'm gonna go. I can't predict an Arsenal win. It's not possible.
So
I'm gonna do a 1-1.
1-1. All right, Jerry, what you say?
2-1 Arsenal, man. I think you'll beat them, but I think it'll be tricky. Tricky.
Okay.
I think Wolves have been hard done by this season.
They have, but they just can't finish. That's what it is. They can't finish their dinner, man. They create a lot of chances. To be fair, though. Who's that Cunha guy? He's rubbish, bro. He's rubbish. He needs to find another profession, bro. He's rubbish.
Wolves, they have the worst strikers in the East.
Do you know what it is? He's another Joe Linton. You play him in midfield, he's great, but him playing up front ain't helping him. I remember against United, he done well in midfield, but he's frozen again.
Yet again. You gotta take a picture.
Yeah,
How come that Sarabi guy don't start?
He can't finish either.
He can't finish. Did you see that touch?
No, it was a great finish against you guys. Yeah. No, it was a great finish, but he can't finish. He doesn't work as hard, I think, but decent player.
I mean, that touch, I hadn't seen a volley like that literally brings it out of the air,
Man,
traps
the
it on
Wolves
his
prediction,
foot.
I'll say 1-1 Arsenal. 1-1, yeah.
1-1?
I don't think you'll win. Yeah, 1-1. Wolves would definitely score, and I don't think.
Hey, I'm gonna celebrate that, man. Hey, I'll have a great Saturday.
You guys are still using 3 years ago years to look at Arsenal.
Bro,
It's a different thing now.
Leave them, bro. Leave them. They're bad
Arsenal's
Bel
a
FC
different-
now.
But you guys
They
haven't
know
pumped a
what
lot
they
of
want.
teams. No, I mean, let's be honest. You guys haven't pumped a lot of teams this season either, right? It's been like Bournemouth. Like, how many times do you guys score more than 2 goals in a game?
We've played Man City, we've played Tottenham, we've played Manchester United, we've played tough teams, bro. Come on, man.
No, you had the
Come
second
on.
easiest
We've
start in
played-
the season, right? You've played.
Are
You
you
played
okay?
Sheffield
The
We've
United.
gone to Newcastle away.
easy
Yeah.
start.
We've gone to Newcastle away.
It's
We've gone to
true.
Chelsea away.
It
Come
is
on,
When
true.
when did that easy start stop in match week 7 or
Actually,
something?
you have the
Match week
easiest
6?
16 games, right? When we play City, we will
There's
have
no
played
easy
all
game in the
6.
Premier League, bro.
When we play City tomorrow, we will have played all 6 teams in the top, or all the teams in the top 6. You'll have only played 3.
Bro, every game in the Premier League is tough. What are you talking about?
You haven't played Villa. You haven't played Liverpool yet, right? You haven't played Brighton yet.
So, but we've played Newcastle, we've played Liverpool. No, sorry, we've played Newcastle, we've played Tottenham, we've played Manchester United, we've played Chelsea, we've played you guys.
And
We played top teams.
Chelsea's in 10th, my man. They're not. They're not
Chelsea,
in the top 6.
Chelsea, they beat you 4-1. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, they did. And 9 with 9
exactly.
men.
So it doesn't matter. It's a football game. They beat you. That's football.
Yeah.
9 men, 10 men,
They
you
beat
still
us.
got beat. You still
Right.
got beat.
And
It's a
Newcastle beat
football
you.
game.
You didn't beat Newcastle.
And I took it, and I'm top of the table. And where are you
But
now?
I'm
Fifth.
saying you used Newcastle as a team you played, but you lost to them. You didn't beat them, right? That's what I'm saying. You haven't scored. You guys are saying you're going to win 3-4-0, but you haven't done that yet.
Bro, we did that against Bournemouth.
Top of the table,
It's
top of the
Bournemouth.
table,
Wolves ain't
never league
Bournemouth,
winners, top of the table. Are you not tired of saying maybe?
Are you not tired of saying I have problems with Ten Hag? Are you not tired?
Are you not tired of saying it's not top of the table?
Are you not saying every season I have problems?
Are you not tired
Every
of saying
season
top
I'm
of the
taking 7-0.
Are
Every
you
season
actually
I'm
even
taking 5-0.
try to win
I
the
don't
league?
win away from home.
Try to
I
win
can't
the
beat
league, bro.
anybody away from home.
Try to win the league, bro.
Anyways, try and beat Newcastle. Anyways, let's move on to Liverpool Fulham. Liverpool, a very serious team that I'm scared of. Liverpool
home
Man
or
City.
away?
The rest of you guys
Or
are
home.
jokers.
Is that Anfield?
Anfield, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Anfield, yeah.
Liverpool will win.
Easy.
Yeah.
Liverpool was full up.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be like
Liverpool
3-1.
Yeah, Sunday or Saturday.
Sunday,
Saturday.
2 p.m. Sunday,
Sunday?
2 p.m.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah,
Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, I think look, Fulham are a decent team. I think at Anfield though we're just too strong.
Too strong.
Liverpool don't have Alisson. Alisson has saved you
Yeah,
guys a lot.
still.
We don't have
It doesn't
Alisson,
matter.
we don't have Alisson, but Keller has a great backup for us anyway. He's been great for us. He's not someone that when he comes in, we're like, oh my god, we've got him in goal. Like when we had Karius or when we had Mignolet or
He's decent.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad.
He's decent.
yeah, he's
decent.
good and he's young. He's good. Like Spurs were actually interested in getting him as well. So I mean, before they went and got Vicario, Keller was in talks with them. Well, they inquired anyway, so he is a decent keeper. Of course, he's
Are
not
we
Alisson.
using Spurs as the bar now? Is that what we're doing, Jerry?
Well, no,
we
it's a
did.
top 6 team, and they wanted him as their first team keeper, so he must be
I'm just
decent.
making sure. I'm just checking what you were doing there. Just checking.
But
I'm scared. I'm
like
scared
I'm
of
saying.
Liverpool this year, though. If you guys sort out your defense, you guys will be very, 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 very dangerous.
It's not their defense. I think it's their
They've
midfield.
they've got no firepower, man. Up
They
front,
need to sort out their defense. They concede. They don't.
Did you say they have no firepower, Ibrahim?
I said
No,
they've
you
got
just said-
serious firepower. That's what I said.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
they've got
okay.
I think they've got the best front line with depth in the league, right? So,
yeah,
it's
the depth, isn't it? Because we can go and do. I mean,
yeah, you
obviously,
can swap
Jota's
anybody out, do whatever.
To be fair though, if we're honest, Jota's obviously out. He's injured, so he's not there. So right now, we've got obviously Luis Diaz, Gakpo, Salah, and Darwin Núñez. So still decent, but Gakpo hasn't. I mean, he good, got 2 goals for him yesterday, but he wasn't on form before then. But to have those options means that, yeah, you know what I mean? If one of them's not performing, you can bring them on and they can contribute in some way.
I mean, like somebody got injured and you need somebody to come on the left-hand side there. Like, who do you want to play in that position, Gakpo or Charleston? Gakpo.
I mean,
it's levels, man, levels.
I mean, we say that in it, but I don't know. I'm not Gakpo's biggest fan. I think he's decent, but I think this is the level he will be at. I don't think he's going to get better than this. But I mean, Liverpool probably. I wouldn't be surprised if we signed another attacker, knowing Liverpool and the way they move.
One.
You watch Hamza. Liverpool are the type of team. Liverpool are the type of team when we need a midfielder, when we need a defender, they'll go and do the opposite. They'll go and sign another attacker and be like, oh yeah, we find him on the cheap, this brother for 30 million, and we'll get him. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, look, Fulham will be a tough test, but it being at Anfield, I'm not too worried. However,
yeah, not every team draws to Fulham at home, right? That doesn't happen. We don't.
If it was away at Craven Cottage, I think it would be a different story. But at Anfield, 2 p.m. Yeah, I mean, not televised. That's just a routine win, in my opinion.
I think you're right. I think Liverpool too strong for Fulham. I don't know. Fulham, there's something. They just don't have a striker. They don't have that killer up front.
Yeah, they lost Mitrovic.
And this Vinicius guy, Vinicius Junior. What's his name? Vinicius.
He's been injured. He hasn't even played that much.
He's been injured. It's been Raul Jimenez.
Yeah,
that's been playing.
Raul Jimenez, and that guy's cooked. He's finished.
But he used to be a top striker. What happened?
It's the head injury, man. That head injury cooked him. Like he just, before he was that type of like battler, isn't it? Like he put in his head anywhere. He would get on the end of crosses. Now it's a bit different. He's a bit more tentative, so it takes away from his game. But
that's what happens. Like when you're trying to hard boil an egg and that yolk gets broken, right? Like it's just you just give up. You just can't do it no more.
I think it's he needs to improve as a player a bit.
I mean, he's Mexican. I'm American. Like that's like my biggest rival internationally, right? So I gotta take.
Nah, hey, but it's the fact you said yolk, and I was like, oh, you cracked his head open. I was like, oh no. I was like,
but I think you're right. Liverpool win this. I'll be very shocked if Liverpool don't get a result against them. Like literally shocked. But Liverpool are threat. But the only problem with Liverpool is their defense. They're leaking goals. That's the only problem. And
that's why I think they won. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet, but I don't think they'll lose.
If they don't keep a clean sheet, then it's a problem.
Yeah, I think we don't keep clean sheets, but I think I know you mentioned midfield, Will. I don't even think it's mid. I mean, it is midfield, but I don't think it's as easy as saying, "Oh, go and get a defensive midfielder and your problems are sorted." I think it's more, it's formation-wise, it's tactically how we set up. When you have Trent inverting, you're still leaving Konate or Matip or whoever's playing on the right-hand side 1v1 against Doku at times, like he was against City, and the whole team starts to get stretched and lopsided because we want to play this fast transition game. We don't retain the ball as well as City do. So I think no matter who we put there, we're still going to be defensively troubled. I think Liverpool, I think Klopp likes that type of game, and I think he's just looking at it and saying, look, if we defend as a unit, as a team, then that's better than having a DM or relying on one DM.
Right, but I'm saying, like, so the way I see it, because I agree with you, because we're kind of the exact same way, right? At least right now, like, while we had pretty decent defenders, the first couple of games when we were doing really, really well, like when we were seeing our best performances, even against Villa, for example, it was the midfield defending. The midfield and that front line doing the most of the defensive work, right? Because Emerson Royale and Ben Davies ain't doing nothing back there, right? And if anything, they were hurting us, right? Being on the pitch, if anything. The concept, and I think the reason why Liverpool played so well 2 or 3 years ago was because your midfield, while you didn't have any like world-class creators or anything in there, you didn't really need it because you had Sane and Salah, right? But what they did do is they defended high up the pitch. And you guys won probably, I can't remember the stat, but I think in the season that you guys won the Champions League against us, you had like the most recoveries in the attacking third.
Oh, yeah. Like,
than any team in the league or something like that, right? So, and that was based down to your front line pressing. That's why I said Mane was going to be a loss for you. A lot of Liverpool fans laughed at me. I said Mane was going to be a loss, not because of the amount of goals he scored, which he scored a ton, but because of his work rate on that left-hand side.
He leads the press, man. He
was leading the press. He freed up other players to do what they did, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think 100%. But I think as soon as Klopp's moved away from that and tried to move away from it, you're never going to be able to go and get that. The only way Liverpool would be able to go and get that is if they went and got like-for-like replacements for Henderson, like-for-like replacements for Fabinho. You can see, I think Klopp's looking at how football's changing and has tried to adapt and change the way we play. So we don't press as well from the front as we ever did because we haven't got the same pressers. And in midfield, they haven't got the same intensity. So I think the whole idea Klopp's got in his head is, oh, okay, I can't keep relying on finding these gems that are going to be able to press the way Milner, Henderson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Milner, all these players were able to go and press. It's now, can we go and press as a unit? So no matter where we are on the pitch, can we go and defend together as opposed to having this one player now?
But you don't think McAllister's been letting you down in that role, though? Like, 100%. I think McAllister's been your weak link.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think McAllister's terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's very, very, very
terrible as the 6 or terrible in general.
I just think in general, I think as a 6 he's been terrible, but then as a player, he's just a very basic player.
Yeah, I think he's average because people forget the only reason why he made it into that World Cup side was because Lo Celso was injured. That was it. Didn't play in Copa America at all for Argentina. Right? Like he had a good World Cup. He played good in the World Cup. But the reason why he was in that squad was because Lo Celso, who doesn't even start for us, was injured.
Yeah, right? I think he's good, but I think he's very basic. As in he doesn't change the landscape of games. He doesn't control games as well as I thought he would. So even from a defensive standpoint, I get it. You might not be a Kante. I get it. We can all accept that. But on the ball, has he provided anything for us in terms of like retaining possession and stuff? I haven't really seen it. I know if you look at the stats, it'll be like, look, he's getting the ball X amount of times in this position. Yeah, but of course he's playing in that position more than any other player. But is it because he's playing that well? I don't really think so. I think I just don't really know how he fits. I know on the surface level, and if you just look at what type of player he is, I get why he's there. He's like the safety net. Liverpool want to go very, very direct a lot of times. But if you can't go there, you've got a player that can keep the ball relatively well.
He reminds me of Højbjerg.
But yeah, but not even Højbjerg. But I'm not gonna lie, Højbjerg's got a bit more steel to him. He's just got a bit
tougher,
more steel to him.
Right? He's thicker, he's harder, he's rougher. But I mean, the way that the two play, he reminds me of Højbjerg a lot.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
You can't really put your finger on what they're good at, but they're not awful either, right? It's like one of those players, like, what does he actually do? But you know that when he's there, like something happens. Like it's just weird. Like you don't know what it is.
No,
right?
With Højbjerg, if I'm being honest, I can see it. Like I can see, all right, cool.
I leave the stream for 2 minutes and we're talking about Højbjerg. Like what's going on?
I said he reminds me of McAllister. Like they're similar.
Now quickly. Kanebi, you've done a very bad job of what you were asked to do. So we're gonna speed through the rest of the predictions because we've got 27 minutes overtime. I don't know how we went into that analysis. I think these Liverpool fans, they have like a main character symbol thing, so they have to.
I thought it was you Arsenal. I thought it was you Arsenal guys. You started off talking about Arsenal. Even about Arsenal.
No, we did. The Arsenal thing was quick. The Arsenal thing was quick. We spent like 10 minutes on you.
I've been quiet in the stream, but hey, maybe I did.
That was a good time.
You've been dropping Liverpool seeds in each segment, bro. You know what I mean? No, but I'm gonna go for the Liverpool versus Fulham game. My prediction is gonna be 2-0 Liverpool. No, they can't keep clean sheets. 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool. Ibrahim, what you said?
3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool. Kanebi, what you said?
3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Hamza?
Bro, like 3-0 Liverpool, 4-1 Liverpool, something crazy.
Wow. Will, you said?
3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Okay, we're going to go Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. I can see nothing but a Villa win. I'm going to go with 3-2 Aston Villa. No. 2-1 Aston Villa. 2-1 Aston Villa. Can it be?
Gonna go. What game is it? What game did you get? What game is it?
Bournemouth at home to Villa.
Oh, Villa is gonna win that one. Villa always score in every Premier League game, but it might be a close one. Maybe 4-2.
4-2. Wow, all action game. Will, what you said?
Villa away against a team like Bournemouth. I'm gonna say 1-0 Bournemouth.
Didn't they just beat one other team away? No.
Yeah, they beat us away. Okay. They also lost 2-0 to Nottingham Forest.
Come on, surely you're not saying Bournemouth will perform better than you.
Bournemouth can defend those set pieces a lot better, and that's really the only way they've been scoring.
Fair. Jerry, what you saying?
2-1, 2-0, Aston Villa 2-1, something like that.
Something like that. You don't really care.
Aston Villa as everyone else is. There's something about that team.
Emery's doing his thing, though. We can't ignore it. He's doing his thing.
They're getting results, and that's what you want, especially Aston Villa. Like them, the results they're getting are good. But there's something about them. When I look at them play, I'm like, I'm not too sure.
Is
like when the magic wears off? When the magic wears off, what happens then?
It's Emery, and it always wears off. He'll probably win them a trophy of some sort sometime, but when it comes to finishing high in the league, I can't see Villa sustaining it, man. Personally, Ibrahim, what are you saying about that game?
1-0 Aston Villa.
1-0 Villa. This could be an interesting fixture on Sunday. We've got Chelsea at home to Brighton. Jerry, what you got predicted for that one? They ain't won a game at Stamford Bridge for a while, by the way. Just remember that.
I think Brighton. I think Chelsea might sneak a draw because that's Stamford Bridge.
Sneak.
I think they'll get dominated.
Are you serious?
Well,
Brighton shit,
but Brighton did a double on them last season, though. And did they play? They played Europa yesterday as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They've been shit, man.
Nah. After Europa League fixtures, Brighton are quite shit, to be fair. So I'm gonna go. Could Chelsea get their first win in a while at the Bridge? I'm gonna go. Chelsea. I don't know. Actually, I can't put my money on Chelsea. Exactly.
There's something.
I'm gonna go one.
I can just see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a mad one. I'm gonna go.
He's scoring. A little mag.
Nah, he's injured. To be fair, he's injured. To be fair, yeah. Always, bruv. You know him. He's like the new Dembele, man. I'm gonna go 1-1 in that game. Hamza, what are you saying? Chelsea versus Brighton.
Brighton gonna win that.
Even after the Europa League fixture, you think they'll still win it? Yeah.
Yeah, they'll win it. I think Chelsea. I don't trust Chelsea's defense. Their liability. Reece James will be missing. Another player. I think Brighton will come back.
Beat
them 2-1.
Imagine Disasi against Mitoma. That will be a very interesting.
Are they playing 3 o'clock again?
Very interesting. Will, what you saying?
Back?
I want to.
He was injured for a bit. I think 1 or 2 games ago, wasn't he?
I don't know why they did this.
I think Mitoma's back.
Did he play last night?
It's Sunday. Sunday too.
Yeah, he's back. He played last night. He came off. He got subbed off. So maybe.
Did they win in Greece? Did they win?
I think they won. I think so.
They won 1-0 last night.
So I think they'll be tied. I'm just gonna look at the thing.
What are you saying, Ibrahim, for that game? Chelsea versus
2-0 Chelsea.
Raw, very confident in the Chelsea boys, eh? Can they be waiting this up? What are you saying?
2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Okay, we got West Ham at home to Crystal Palace. You man saying? 2-1 West Ham. Is that okay? I'm gonna go West Ham at Crystal Palace are dog shit, but they got their attacking threat back though. So London derby.
I'm gonna say Crystal Palace.
Yeah, away from home.
Yeah,
snatch and grab. Yeah.
Yeah, I think West Ham. It's gonna be a tight one, but I think they're gonna win it 2-1. Like West Ham's been really poor lately.
They have been, to be fair, and they played in Europe as well. I'm gonna go over 2-2 draw for that game. I'm gonna go over Desmond. Can they be what you saying?
West Ham who?
West Ham versus Crystal Palace.
Who's at home?
West Ham.
West Ham.
West Ham is winning that. Probably 2-1.
2-1. Ibrahim.
2-0 Palace.
2-0 away from home. You lot are very.
I don't think it's a stretch.
West Ham played yesterday or something.
West Ham.
I hear it. Trisel Lise is back. Eze is fit, so maybe. And we've got Nottingham Forest. Yeah, this is Nottingham Forest at home to Everton. When are we going to see the wounded animal in Everton? Is it going to be this weekend? Like after the 10-point deduction, are we going to see it? Can they be? What are you saying for that score prediction? Nottingham Forest are at home.
Forest is going to beat Everton. Everton can't score goals. I think Forest, when it comes to those teams, Forest know how to beat those teams. Those teams in the bottom half, in the bottom barrel. So I think it's going to finish probably a 1-0 to Nottingham Forest.
1-0 Forest. Will?
Yeah, I'm gonna go like a 2-1 Forest.
2-1 Forest. Ibrahim?
2-0 Forest.
2-0 Forest. I'm gonna go 2-1 Forest. I'm even gonna give you a score predictor, a goal scorer, should I say? Score predictor. What was that? Awoni is gonna score a brace.
Awoni is
all you FPL bandits, pick Awoni.
Is he not?
Like my internet is telling me that I've got to wrap up the show really quickly, man. I don't know what's going on.
Let
me get last game. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're frozen, but we can hear you.
God damn.
What's the last game?
I think it's Burnley, Sheffield, or something.
Dead match.
Last game, Burnley versus Sheffield United. Let's wrap this up real quick. I'm going to go 1-0. No, 0-0. 0-0 stalemate. Going to be a boring, dead, disgusting fixture. 0-0.
Man. I think it's always filled with goals, actually. It's always filled with goals.
Company's going to win that. At least let's get his first win.
I think Sheffield will win this one. I think Company, his time's up soon.
Oh, Burnley hasn't won a game since?
I don't think they've won.
Holy crap.
He's probably the worst ever manager in the Premier League.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they won one game this whole season. That's it.
He had to
and lost 11.
He had to be black.
You know it was going to be as well. That's the thing.
It's annoying, man.
And when we played them, when we beat them 5-2, I thought they actually played pretty decent football, right? So I'm surprised they haven't picked up more results.
Who, Burnley?
Yeah.
Decent football. They remind me of Wigan with Roberto Martinez. Popping the ball, pat. But
you think at the bottom half of the table, though, that they would pick up points, right? Like, of course, they're going to get blown out by the quality above them. But I'm talking
I think you know what it is you remember you're coming up against teams like, of course, obviously you've got the playoffs, but you're coming up against teams that were also decent in the championship. But what they do that's different is, you know what? Scrap what we were doing. We're going to just go long and very direct, and we're going to make it very difficult. And you're a team that can't score goals, it's going to be a problem. Whereas when they're playing in the championship, Sheffield were a bit more expansive. They said, okay, we're going to play football with you because we think we're on your level. And Sheffield are not looking at Burnley as though, yeah, we're going to try and, beat you X in this fashionable way. It's just, no, we need to get our points. We don't care who you are. We're just going to sit back, be very direct, hit McBurney, and I think Burnley are just going to lose.
I think Burnley will win. I think I'll win 2-0, man.
You think Burnley's better than Sheffield?
No, I think it will win this game 2-0.
But do you think Burnley's better than Sheffield?
I think we play both teams. I think we had a tougher game playing Burnley than playing Sheffield.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but judging you lot's performances against anyone's not really.
Well, Burnley was
it's not really the bar right now, is it? Let's be honest, bro. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest.
Was easy. Sheffield United was more difficult, right? So I think it just depends on the day. I think it's a pretty 50-50 match. Burnley did beat Luton, right? 2-1. That's kind of a team that's at their level. I think it's a close one. Yeah. I'm gonna pick Burnley. I'm gonna say Burnley 2-1, just because I like Company better than Luton.
Wow. You guys are better men than me. I can see nothing but a stalemate in that game.
No logic.
Just feel it.
Just feel it in my bones.
Wait. So I don't know what happened there. My internet's basically telling me end the stream, Niger Englishman. End the stream because
Dave,
I cannot.
End the stream, Dave.
The stream. All right, man. Don't forget to smash the like button, my people. Share, comment, and subscribe. We got a little bit over time today, but there's been whole lots of technicals on my side. Big up the panel. Will, obviously your details are in the description of the video. But can we find you in any streams either tonight or tomorrow? If so, where?
I don't even remember right now.
So just follow you and check your socials, basically, or what?
Yeah. So this weekend. Am I on Mo's channel tonight? I don't remember. No, I'm on Mo's channel on Sunday. So Footy Judge Mo on Sunday. Tottenham away, my channel. I'll be doing my live show on Sunday as well. doing a watch along over there as well. So if you want to come troll us after we get smashed by City, that would be the place to do that. And then
we'll be there. We'll be there.
I think that's it, man. I was gonna be going on who was it? Chris Rodriguez's channel, but I think he switched that. So I don't know, man. Just keep a lookout. I'm around. I'm everywhere. I'll be
follow him, guys. His details are in the description. Jerry, can we catch you anywhere over the next couple of days?
Can you? Yes, on Sunday night.
Sunday. And when are we bringing back your channel? I ain't seen anything on your channel for a bit. What's going on? Or is it just
my channel's been there, man? We're just ticking over. I had a couple videos. This week? I had 3 videos this week, in fact.
You didn't share them with me, so it's your fault. All right, big up Jerry. His details are in the description, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Obviously, you would be able to catch at the Tunnel TV studio reactions, but his team had been doing so bad he had to fly all the way over to Canada. So big him up, be there to console him when Newcastle dunk on them again. Have a great weekend. Enjoy match week 14, and hopefully Arsenal stay top. Enjoy it. Oh yeah, now my people.